This video explains the Japanese Building Standards Act in a question format. I will explain it in short units, so I hope you can use it for studying. The floor is below ground level and the ceiling height is 2.7 meters. If the height from the floor surface to the ground surface is 100 centimeters, the floor is not a basement floor. Answer: false. The condition of the basement is that the floor is below the ground level. The height from the floor surface to the ground surface must be 1/3 or more of the ceiling height of the floor. If this condition is met, it will be treated as a basement floor. The height from the floor of the question to the ground surface is 100 centimeters. This height exceeds 90 centimeters, which is 1/3 of the ceiling height, so it is a basement floor. A basement is defined as a floor with a floor below the ground level, so the first point to answer is how high the ground level is from the floor level. If this height is more than 1/3 of the ceiling height, it will be a basement. A 20-year-old building was found not to comply with the fire safety regulations of the time it was built. Since then, the fire safety regulations have been amended to the present day. If legally compliant construction occurs in this building, the current fire safety regulations will apply. Answer: correct. If it violates the standard law at the time of construction, it will be treated as a violating building. Current standards apply when carrying out construction work that involves confirmation of legal compliance. On the other hand, there is also a pattern in which a building complies with the law at the time of construction, but is no longer in compliance with the current law due to a subsequent revision of the law. This building is said to be an existing ineligible building. The next question is about existing ineligibility. Assume that there is an existing department store building that is ineligible for the fire resistance performance of the main structure. An existing unqualified building is a building that complied with the law at the time of its construction, but later became non-compliant due to a revision of the law. If the department store is to be converted into a movie studio, current fire safety regulations will apply. Answer: correct. Existing ineligible buildings are buildings that originally conformed to the law, so mitigation measures have been established. For example, when changing from a department store to a product sales store, where the use is similar, the provisions like the question do not apply. But this time, it's a change from a department store to a movie studio. Department stores and movie studios do not fall under similar applications and must comply with current fire resistance regulations. There is a site that has been used as a building land for a long time. This time, the city plan stipulates a minimum site area, and Site A conflicts with this minimum. In addition, Site A met the minimum site area previously determined. In this case, Site A will not be subject to new regulations on site area restrictions. Answer: correct. It is difficult to apply the new minimum site area to land where buildings are already standing. Therefore, land that originally met the minimum site area is provided with mitigation measures that do not apply the new site area limit. In order to build a 1,000 square meters wholesale market within the industrial area, we confirmed that the location of the site has been determined in the city plan. Answer: correct. A wholesale market is an important facility that supplies food to supermarkets, restaurants, etc., so the location of the site that can be set up is determined by city planning. However, there are also mitigation provisions. The condition is to obtain permission from a specific administrative agency. The total area must be 500 square meters or less. Any of the above is a condition. When I applied for permission to build a temporary entertainment venue for spectating sports to a specific government agency, construction was permitted. In this case, it is not necessary to receive a confirmation certificate. Answer: false. Temporary entertainment venues can be built only for a period of less than 1 year from the date of permission to removal by obtaining permission from a specific administrative agency. In this case, due to the characteristics of temporary buildings, some regulations such as interior restrictions are not required. However, it is necessary to receive the delivery of the confirmation certificate itself. Allowable stress calculations, etc. must comply with all specifications. Answer: correct. Calculation of allowable stress, etc. is called the elastic design method. Structures have the property of returning to their original shape when the force is removed, provided that the applied force is within the range of elasticity. As a familiar example, even if you try to bend a hanger by hand, it will return to its original state if force is removed. Allowable stress calculation is to calculate within this elastic range. In the calculation of allowable stress, etc., we determine the safety factor within the range of elasticity and confirm that the force generated inside the member is below the allowable value. Also, when calculating the allowable stress, etc., it is necessary to comply with all the specification regulations as in the question. Specifications consist of specifications related to durability, etc., and other specifications. Regulations related to durability, etc. must be observed even when structural calculations are performed using other calculation methods. Specifications related to durability include concrete strength and fireproof coating for steel columns, and other specifications include joints and fixing of reinforcing bars. A specific administrative agency may recommend that the owner of an existing 800 square meters condominium, which is unqualified, be removed if it is deemed to be a security hazard. Answer: correct. Existing unqualified buildings do not need to conform to current regulations, but if they are not repaired, they may pose a safety hazard. As a countermeasure, specific administrative agencies are given certain powers. As one of them, the specified administrative agency can recommend the owner of the building to take necessary measures with a grace period. Condominiums exceeding 200 square meters will be subject to recommendations if existing unsuitable and dangerous for security. When a notice is received from a specific administrative agency ordering the removal of a violating building, the person who received the notice may request a public opinion hearing. Answer: correct. If you receive a notice from a specific administrative agency ordering the removal of a building that violates the law, the person who received the notice can take the following actions. 1. Submission of written opinion. 2. Request for public hearing of opinions. When a specified administrative agency receives a request for a public hearing of opinions as described in 2 above, it must request that the person or his/her representative appear and hold a public hearing of opinions.